The reason for the success of the T700 goes back to the design requirements that were set up before the engine was designed. That in combination with the continuing improvement program over the years where we continue to make the engine more reliable. But the engine was designed from the outset to be very reliable, very safe, and also very easy to maintain. On the maintainability attribute, the engine was designed to be able to be maintained in the field. It has a modular construction. So most of the wear out in the engine comes in the hot section of the engine. The engine was designed that you can pull apart the modules in the field, change out the hot section, pull them back, put them back together again, 2 people, 50 minutes. And we had to actually use a stopwatch to time that. So the engine, because it can be maintained in the field, it means that to repair the engine when the hot section wears out, you just have to ship a hot section about this big back to the depot or repair station instead of shipping the whole engine back. And that reduces the cost of maintenance of the engine. So it's got a very low maintenance cost in addition to being very reliable and very safe. Yes, we decided to work as a partner, a teammate with Hanwha to develop this engine. All other T700 and CT7 engines are front drive engines. For the Surian application, it required a rear drive engine. So we had to modify the engine quite extensively to change it from a front drive to a rear drive. We collaborated with Hanwha on that program. Hanwha actually did 50% of the development here in Korea for this rear drive variant. Hanwha builds the engine under its own nameplate here in Korea. So the 701K engine for the Surian is a Hanwha product backed by GE. Yeah, the T700 is used in public safety quite frequently across the board in many different applications. So you mentioned the Firehawk, which is very dramatic with a belly tank of water, and they are able to target the water right over the hot spots in the fires, and very successful. But the T700 has been used in applications that do all kinds of disaster relief. So for the tsunami back in Japan several years back, there were Blackhawks and Seahawks that were helping rescue people in there. In Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans was flooded. There were very many T700s rescuing people from rooftops to bring them to safety. The helicopter is also used for rescues, for sinking ships in the ocean, to stranded hikers in the mountains quite frequently. Very many examples of the T700 being used for humanitarian purposes around the world.